All right, all right. I hope you guys can hear me. Um, I had technical difficulties again. I tried to do some different type of troubleshooting, but I'll get the problem fixed. But I didn't have time to fix it while look like I might be coming back online. So this might be working out, folks. We look like we might be in business. You guys hold tight. I'm coming right with you. Okay, we're gonna see what we got here. It's still not fixed, folks. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, hold tight. All right, folks. Hopefully, I'm a lot more clearer now. This is a quick 10, 20-second test. See if we'll be back on you guys in a second. Be right back. All right, folks. Put down in the comments and let me know if it's been cleared or not. This is very, very different. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. And I don't know what the fuck is causing the blur. I see myself very, very clear, but I have a test machine on the other side of this desk that I have to run around to look at to see how clear it is, or if it has become clear. If it's clear to you guys, let me know, and we can go ahead and start rolling. We can go ahead and start rolling right away. Put that in the comments. Let me know if it's clear. In the meantime, hold tight, and I'll be right back. I don't know, folks. I don't know what's going on. Let me know in the comments if my video is clear at this time. I really don't know what the hell's going on. All I can do is keep trying at it. I've never experienced this. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was. I don't know what's going on, people. I really don't know. I mean, I'm not even on any attached internet at all. I'm actually on Verizon right now. And it's frozen, they said. Yeah, This is something brand new, folks. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut everything down, and I'm going to come back into it in about, I say, 5-10 minutes. I really want to have this conversation. I mean, I literally have been attacked because of this emasculation word. People taking it the wrong way. Miss West Smith, you said you can hear and see me. Is it clear? But am I clear? I want to make sure that I'm clear. If it's blurry, I can't release this video because that's cheap quality, this bad quality. And this goes on 6 different platforms at the same time. Yeah, it has to be crystal clear. It has to be crystal clear. I gotta make sure this is crystal clear. I've even did a hardwire to my internet, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Now I'm not even connected to my laptop internet. I'm connected directly here from my camera. I'm on a Verizon network, and I'm off the Verizon network right now, so I don't know what is causing the blur. I really don't know what's causing the blur. I'm not even relying on Spectrum's internet right now. I'm literally on my phone tower network, and it's doing the same thing. I really don't understand. She said I'm no longer frozen. I just can't put out a blurry video. I really can't do that. And I'm not going to go to the next topic in my future videos until I get through this topic. I really have some fire for this topic. I really want you guys to join me in this topic. I have some fire for some ass on this topic. So, thank you, Miss West Smith. I really appreciate it. I would love for you to be here. I know you indicated last night that you are very interested in this topic. This is a very interesting topic to you as well. I have fire for this topic. Guys, I promise you. And those of you who have seen me breathe fire in the past couple of years, you know I can bring it. And I don't care who challenges me. I'm up for anything. So, but it's not about a challenge. I mean, it's not even designed for anyone to be in their feelings. It's not designed for anyone to be butthurt and all that. But I do have some fire because people get a post I put out yesterday misconstrued, which I'm going to tell you what it said. It said, a man who allows himself to be emasculated cannot live in his purpose. And if he cannot live in his purpose, he's not fit to live. That was my quote from yesterday. You guys know I post quotes every single day. Monday through Friday, I post quotes every single day. I'm not targeting anybody. I'm not even talking about myself. I just put a quote out there. Sometimes it could be something I may have heard from my influencers, such as Tony Robbins, Willie Jolly, Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, John Assaroff, Brian Tracy, the late Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar. Folks, I just bring what I bring. And it's unfortunate within the past couple of years, I'm going to say a little bit before I chime off. Within the last couple of years, politics have really, really, really dominated the lives of the American people. Whether you hate Trump, Biden, whatever, it has really dominated. And it seemed that it has taken over people's daily lives. It's like anything they do, it got to be political based. I've been posting quotes for over 20 years. And my quotes have all been self-help. What does self-help means? Does anybody knows what the fuck self-help means? It means help Your damn self. Trump not responsible. Biden's not responsible. Whoever you are a fan of in politics, they're not responsible. Your pastor is not responsible. Your parents are not responsible. Your parents bring you into the world, but it's up to you what you become. So when I put quotes out there, it's all on self-help. It's to help you better yourself. No, it doesn't. I know I'm not a sugarcoater. I'm not a sugarcoater. I don't come from a family of sugarcoaters. I have a straight, bona fide, full-fledged, grown-ass man as a father. He never took shit from nobody, and he never took shit from his children. Okay? I am straight old school, straight up man. I believe in promote masculinity and protect femininity. I am ordained by our creator to be masculine, to be a man. That is exactly what I am. That is exactly what God created in me. So when I talk about emasculation, I'm telling guys, don't allow yourself to be emasculated. So some women have taken offense to it and try to attack me because of it. And then make it seem like I don't like people to disagree. I don't care who the fuck disagrees. If you disagree, fine. Let's dialogue. Let's have a conversation. Okay? Let's have a conversation. But if you're going to go on the attack, don't expect anything less than that from me coming back at you. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you know. I don't care who you fuck at night. I don't give a shit about any of that. And I don't care who they are. Don't expect any less of energy to come back. If you come with me with masculine energy, guess what? You are in my domain. I am 100% a masculine man. So you step right into my office. So when I come back at you with the energy you come at me with, don't play the victim. Stay off the victim. Stay out of the victim Olympics. There's no gold medal for that shit. Okay? And that goes for women and men. It doesn't matter who you are. I have always been a stand-up guy. I have always been a guy to stand my ground. And you get mad at me because I tell men not to allow themselves to be emasculated. If you're a woman, you should be fucking happy a man is saying this. A lot of y'all have sons. A lot of y'all have sons. If you had common fucking sense, you should be telling your sons, hey, you need to listen to this message. You can raise your son to be a great man, but you can never teach him to be masculine. Never. That's why a lot of women send their boys to some sort of camp, football camp, something that's going to increase and have him to recognize his masculinity. Now, here's what I need my ladies to know. I'm not blaming you. This is not a pointing finger sort of deal. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. Because if you notice what my post said, I said a man who allows himself. I didn't say a woman who emasculates a man. I didn't say that. Because no one can emasculate a man unless that man first emasculated himself. So my message is to men. Men. What the hell women getting pissed off for? If it's anybody should be pissed off, it should be a man who had the balls to stand up and say he's pissed off. Come to me. Hello? And the fact that you got a married, and I've seen some of these women post, pages, they're married, only in relationships. Okay, why don't you tell your man, call your husband, tell your boyfriend, hey, this is what he said. Go check him. Let him check me. The problem, folks, is today, men today don't have a pair. They don't have a pair. Women cannot emasculate a man who have not first emasculated himself. That is my message from the quote I put out yesterday. I looked at a couple other videos on men being emasculated. I watched some talk shows on YouTube about that. And I've seen one where people was trying to paint a picture of saying that if he's emasculated, that means he's gay. Now I get it. Now I get the reason why these women, and these weren't black women, by the way. These were not black women, by the way. I mean, again, these were not black women, by the way. I understand these women, and one of them looked like someone who has penis envy, by the way. I'm not calling out no names, but I'm telling you this for a fact. I try to go on the attack because of my post. But here's what I do now know. These women are most likely in the LGBT alphabet, whatever that is. Have nothing against those people. I have some of them people in my family. Either she's from that community or she's from the feminist movement. Feminist movement. I'm not talking about the feminist movement that says, hey, women should get equal pay, equal rights. And she should. If she does a good job as well as a man, she should get equal pay. She should get equal pay. That's the feminist I understand. But the feminist that's out here today is the one that hates men and wants to demasculize men. See, what they can't emasculate, they'll terminate. What they can't emasculate, they'll terminate. And men, for God's sake, I'm telling you to have a pair. Miss West Smith just said, you're right. They have turned their balls in. This is a woman saying. She said, that's the difference. Exactly. So when I'm talking about feminist movement, I'm talking about what the feminist movement is today from the higher level. Because all of that bullshit, to me, is what has divided black men and women. And to the black man, I have nothing against this movement called the Passport Brothers. They just saying, fuck these black women here in America, and they going over to Brazil, getting women of color with stringy hairs, nice shaped bodies, or some going over to Thailand, Philippines, Laos, Colombia. Hey, do your thing. I understand you're frustrated with how we are, but the problem is, folks, whether women say bad things about them or not, or they say bad things about black women or not, the problem is, folks, we need to come to a common ground, figure out what the problem is, and stop saying it's you, and stop saying it's me, or pointing the finger at each other as black men and women. Because as long as we stay divided, the feminists and the LGBTQ community is coming down the middle, and they'll win. Guess they have had enough. Whatever their reason is, that's the movement that's came out. I just recently known about these guys about a month and a half ago. But the thing is, we need to come to a common ground, because a black man should not have to go out of the country to find a woman. Denial is the biggest problem. Whether they're in denial on problems or something that they could get better as black or as Passport Brothers or whatever. Maybe they could be in denial, or the black woman could be in denial and not hold herself accountable. Problem though is, we get rid of denial, we leave these Democratic or whatever, conservative, whoever, liberals, who else, LGBT or feminine, all this crap. We need to leave that shit alone, and we need to return back to each other. That's the bottom line. We have so many And we've allowed this to happen to ourselves. And I'm not going to go back as far as slavery. We know the black man was emasculated during slavery. Who doesn't know that? There's a lot of things that happened to us during slavery. We couldn't get jobs during slavery either. A paying job, a good paying job. But guess what? We have good paying jobs now as black folks. So we just can't be putting everything on slavery. We can't. And for those who want to put everything on slavery, I have a message for you. I have a story for you about a man named Alonzo Herndon, who was born a slave, later emancipated, started his own business as a barber, had 2 barbershops that he could not walk into the front doors of. His own barbershop. He couldn't walk through the front door of his own barbershop. He had to walk through the back door of his own barbershop to cut white men's hair. He had that. He thrived in that business. He let those barbershops go. He let the barbering business go and got into the insurance company. That's when he really hit his mark, because his insurance company have started generating millions and millions of dollars. Alonzo Herndon had become the first black millionaire in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. He has a home down there now. A nonprofit organization is still taking care of it as a museum. You can visit the Alonzo Herndon home in Atlanta, Georgia. Look it up. So any of you talk about, oh, this is from slavery and we're this and we're that, bullshit. Stop being, that's emasculation right there. Excuses. I moved to Florida 8 years ago. I've never seen so many men riding in the passenger seat of their women cars than I have ever seen in DC. My lady and I, when we first got together, she always asked me about coming over, spending the night, and everything like that. And I always said to her, that is not what a man's supposed to do. That is your house. You built that house. You have your 2, even though your daughters are grown, you still have your daughters living with you in your home. That is for y'all. You built that from your hands. You built that with your hard sweat, blood, and labor in the work world. There's no man that belong living or laying up in your house. She knows that my job is to provide a place for her to come and lay up in. She can come here anytime. This office is in my place. It's in my domain. This is where I make my bread and butter. I have clients I look after. I have my businesses that I work. This is my domain. If she want to come and enjoy herself and have a good time, watch movies and things like that, guess what? I have a place for that. A king makes his way. You can't call a man a king because kings have their own castle. Whether it's a castle for work or a castle for leisure, it's his own castle. It's where he does his business. It's where he does his leisure. That's his castle. So when you are relying on a female to do for you, that is emasculation. So when you complaining that she has masculine energy, what right do you have to complain about her having masculine energy when you living in her shit? Y'all mad at me yet? Because I'm the type of guy would tell you, if you still love me by the time I'm done speaking, I didn't do my fucking job. I look at ESPN. I look at sports talk shows. I can't even enjoy sport talk shows anymore because the men on the shows cannot talk barbershop talk anymore because they got a female. They programmed this to have a female to come there to mediate and emasculate the men on the talk show. Do I have a problem with women? Hell no. I got a woman myself. You see her commenting. I don't enjoy ESPN no more. And it's not the woman on the talk show. She's getting paid. They put her there. The elites is pushing this agenda. It's a war on men's backs. And instead of you stand up like men and you grow a pair and stand up like a man, you bow down to the society that they are projecting in front of your face right now. And ladies, you're not all the way off the hook either. Because the only problem, which is the only problem I do have, the only problem I do have, ladies, with you is you don't know the difference between these emasculated men and real men. See, that's the problem I have with you ladies today. Don't talk to me like you would talk to an emasculated man. I'm not an emasculated man. I'm allowed to say something. It might hurt your feelings, and it's not designed to, but that's just who I am. Especially if you come to me with ill intentions. Thank you, Queen. I really appreciate that. So where am I getting at? Women, Black women particularly. Where am I getting at when I say know the difference between an emasculated man and a man who's not emasculated? Men like myself, men who are not emasculated, this is what we ask you to do. Talk to me the same way you talk to your white male boss on your job. Talk to me the same as you talk to your white male boss on your job. Because emasculated or not, you respect him. Yeah, I know, because you got to get your paycheck. But guess what? When that's long gone, guess who's going to be here? A Black man. A strong man at that. Talk to me like you talk to your white male boss on your job. That's right. Tink just said it. Masculine energy coming from a source it wasn't intended to come from. And if you're not a man, masculine energy was never intended to come from you. It was intended to come from a man. Just like feminine energy is never meant to come from a man. It was meant to come from a woman. So we are men, we are allowing women and these feminists to call us toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity. That's a narrative they're painting to push emasculated agendas on you. Grow a pair and stand up and check them for that shit. Because if you really would not want to know what toxic masculinity is, toxic masculinity is, again, what my queen just got from me from Pride telling her this before. Toxic masculinity is an energy that comes from a source God never intended for it to come from. Toxic femininity is an energy that comes from a source God never intended for it to come from. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. So that's the only problem I have with my sisters. Know the difference. Talk to a man the way a man's supposed to be talked to. Talk to emasculated man the way he wants you to talk to him. Because we do that with you. We don't disrespect you. Only an emasculated man would disrespect you. An alpha male will hurt your feelings if you come at him sideways. That's a fact. Because he's going to stand up and he's not going to deal with it. He's not going to take shit from nobody. I will love you. I will cherish you. I will protect you. I will do everything. But you won't fucking take over. I will never disrespect you. I will always honor you. I will always lift you up. You want to be a manager? You want to be a CEO? Put your legs and feet up so I can push your ass on up there so you can do it. That's the kind of guy I am. If you give a person a rope, they'll try to be a cowboy. If a woman sees a man is soft and she sees he's a beta male, she's going to run him. She's going to treat him just like he's a beta male. Fellas, let me tell you this one thing. And ladies, listen to me real good. I don't care how many degrees she has. She has. Let me correct that because some Caucasian ladies want to correct grammar. Fuck grammar. But let me just say it this way. I don't care how many degrees she has. I don't care how much money she makes. I don't care how many people she supervises on her job. But if a man, we don't care about degree. I surely don't. That's yours. What you earn doesn't do nothing for me. But here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. I want y'all to take note of this. When a man masters his masculinity, a woman will live in her femininity by default. Tell me you mad at me. Let me repeat that. When a man masters his masculinity, a woman will live in her femininity by default. I've had plenty of women who come at me like they thought they was talking to an emasculated man until they found out that I'm not. The whole conversation changed. Yeah, they still woofed a little bit more. They still woofed a little bit more until they found out that this wall is not going to break. It's not going to bend. It's not going to fall over. It's not going to fold. I mean what I say what I mean. And I would take it with me to the grave. That's when you know you have a stand-up guy. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. And I know I'm probably still blurry. The video is still blurry, but if you guys can hear me, that's good enough at this point. I'm just going to have to put out a blurry video this time, but hopefully I should have it fixed by next week, and we'll be back in business. I hear a lot of ladies say, I want a man, I want an alpha male. I hear a lot of ladies talking about how much they want an alpha male. You really want an alpha male? I've heard women say, I want an alpha male because I'm an alpha female. There are no alpha females, man. Do you guys understand the 7 natural laws of the universe? Do you guys understand the 7 natural laws of the universe? One of those natural laws is the natural law of polarity. What does that law mean? Everything has an opposite. Left, right, up, down, north, south, east, west, black, white, negative, positive. I'm getting somewhere with this. Bear with me with this one right here. You guys really need to hear this. If negative and positive are polar or opposite, why do they exist? You hear a lot of people talk about, I don't want no negativity around me. Negativity is always going to be around you because it's supposed to be around you. You guys see I'm in some light here. I have a light here. I have my camera light here, and you see how that's my light, and I got my main light on. Do you guys understand how light works? Do you guys understand why your car turns on when you turn the key or push a button? Do you understand that? The reason why these things work, folks, is because negative and positive are working simultaneously. They work together. So what's the purpose of the law of polarity? The purpose of the law of polarity is balance. If you're an alpha female, quote unquote, call yourself alpha female, he's an alpha male, how the hell do you think that's going to work? Unless you start to relax in your femininity. If you're a feminine female, he's a feminine male, how the hell you think that's going to work? If he don't relax in his masculinity. Let me explain something to you guys about relationship. If you break down the word relationship, the first part of this word is relation. Shortening it is telling you that you're relating. You relate to one another. You are relating to one another. That's the first part of that. You're relating to one another. Okay? What is the second word? What is the second word in the relationship? It's ship, which means what do ships do? Ships go somewhere. That means you're going somewhere. So whatever you're relating is going somewhere. Here's the thing. You would never ride a ship without someone being in charge. You would never ride a ship without a captain. Every ship have a captain. Every ship has a leader. Every relationship has a leader. Who is going to lead if the woman is feminine and the man is feminine in the relationship? Who is the leader here? Talk to me. Now you guys see the purpose, the purpose of my quote from yesterday. If a man allows himself to be emasculated, he can't live in his purpose. And if he can't live in his purpose, he ain't fit to live. That means you're not performing under the ordination of our Creator. Who's mad now? Who's mad now? And I ain't talking about religion. I said, I'm not talking about Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, Hebrew. I ain't talking about any of that. I'm talking about straight nature. I'm talking about the nature, our creation, our creator, our natural creator. You can call him whatever you want to call him. You can call him God. You can call him Master Farah Muhammad. You can call him Buddha, Jesus. You can call him anything you want. But I bet you one thing, whatever religion you follow agrees with everything I'm saying right now when it comes to men standing up to be men. And if you want to challenge it, show me anywhere in any book you're supposed to be reading according to your religion where a man is not supposed to be a man. Show it to me. It even speaks to polygamy in the Bible. Exodus 21, chapter 21, verse 10, where it says, if he takes on another wife, he must not deprive his first wife of her marital rights. Who is that to do that other than a masculine man? Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. The Bible speaks all about masculinity, femininity, living in your purpose. So, folks, we have two of the greatest days of our lives. Two of the greatest days of our lives. The day we were born and the day we find out why. Unfortunately, majority of our people, majority of the population never finds out why they were here. What is their life's purpose? Never find out. Dr. Miles Monroe said once that the wealthiest place in the world is not overseas where there's oil and oil fields and everything, or in Africa where there's gold mine. That's not the wealthiest place in the world. He said the wealthiest place in the world is at the graveyard. It is not at the graveyard because everyone's going to die, so the undertaker make all the money. That's not why it's the wealthiest place in the world. Excuse me. The wealthiest place in the world is at the graveyard because what Dr. Miles explained is because people die without pursuing their purpose. In the graveyard, there are books never been written, poems never been cited, technology never been created or invented. They die with all of that stuff left in them. They took it to the grave with them. The world did not benefit from something that they kept from the world. So the graveyard is the most wealthiest place in the world. Am I coming around to y'all now? Am I coming around to y'all now? Are y'all seeing this now? Living in your purpose. So my quote from yesterday, a man who has allowed himself to be emasculated cannot live in his purpose. And if he can't live in his purpose, he ain't fit to live. That hurts so many people's feelings. But I just don't understand why did it had to hurt women's feelings. It wasn't even speaking to women. Unless you are part of that alphabet or that feminist. And you are pushing that agenda to emasculate men. Fellas, we can't even go to a store to find jeans or clothes that fit. We have to use the term, I want classic fit. Because if you don't ask for classic fit, they'll take you to some jeans that looks like they took from the women's department and put them in the men's department. That's the kind of jeans you're going to get when you go to a Macy's or a Nordstrom if you don't ask for classic fit. You have to say classic fit for them to go to the jeans section that is made for men. I did a video of this several years ago. When I go get jeans, I have to ask for classic fit. Sister West Smith, pushing their agenda. Period. Period. And this is why I keep telling these guys to grow a pair and stand up. I don't care who disagrees. I don't care who gets upset. But what I can tell you for real, folks, men built this country. Men built this world. And let me say something to my ladies, and this is nothing to degrade women at all. It's nothing to degrade women at all. This is nothing more to uplift women if you really listen to what I'm getting ready to say. Listen to it. If you put women on one island and you take and put men on the other island by themselves, over time, women will die off faster than the men on their island. Here's why. You can have all the PhDs. You can have all the architects. You can have all the formal education you need, or you have, or you want. The reason why men will last, will live longer, is because we have what women would never be able to possess: strong enough of these. If you visit your islands, ladies, 6 months to a year, y'all will find straw, mushroom looking tents that y'all done put together from tweeds and weeds and bushes. Every time the wind is blowing it, water gonna come push it away. That's exactly what you're gonna find. You are gonna look to survive. You go to this men's island, you're gonna find strong buildings. You're gonna find boats. We've built boats. We've done so many other things that is far advanced from what your feminine natural self can provide, can do. Do we need each other? Absolutely. I'm just making a comparison on the island. So listen to me, ladies. If you're looking to really get rid of men, prepare to die a premature death. You really want to follow the feminine stuff that got going on? Go right ahead. Because this is what the passport brothers are complaining about. I'm not blaming you for nothing. I'm just telling you what they're complaining about. They said they let the feminist movement destroy their state of mind. So they're going over to Brazil. Now, the feminist agendas is going on in other countries too, but it doesn't affect them as much. I'm just telling you what I've been hearing. I'm not part of that movement. I have my queen. My queen is right there. I have my queen. So I'm not out here looking, I'm not following that movement. Right? But here's what I do know. If the black man and woman do not start living in their nature and not come back together, leave these movements and organizations and democratic or whoever, conservative, whatever. I'm not telling you to just walk away from mentality, because they both can provide something that you may need or the people may need in their lives. Certain laws may need to be passed. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is stop the far right or the far left pushing agendas to hurt us. If you're going to participate in that, then go right ahead. But I promise you, a huge rude awakening is on the coming. It's on the coming. You're not going to comply to our creator's laws. Study the 7 natural laws of the universe. Study them. Understand them. Understand them. I ain't saying I'm just saying. So who am I blaming for the emasculation of our men, particularly black men? Who am I blaming? I'm blaming us as black men. Ladies, I'm not blaming you for nothing, but I am asking that you know the difference between a straight man, a straight up man, and a fuck boy. Don't talk to a man like myself like you talk to a fuck boy. That's not who we are. My queen would tell you all day. She said, my man is a man's man. She'd tell you that. That's her words. He's a man's man. She told her brother that. Don't come at him raw. He's a man's man. He's not going to tolerate it. And I don't. No man out here should tolerate any foolishness. When a woman sees that a man is like that, you would never hear her calling herself an alpha female. You would never hear her call herself no alpha female. Because you have mastered your masculinity. So she will relax in her feminine. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, guys. Grow a pair. Let's get back to the barbershop talk. A man who believes in happy wife, happy life is a simp, is a beta male. You don't make her happy so that your life is happy. You make her happy because it's your fucking job to be masculine enough to make her happy. Your masculinity itself should make her happy. Happy wife, happy life, she's running all over you. And I can tell you that right now. She's running all over you. You know what I equate that quote to? When people say things like, customers are always right. Bullshit, customers be lying like shit. Happy customers is not who drives my business. Happy customers are not who drives my business. What drives my business is happy employees. If you bring down the morale of your employees will be nasty as hell to your customers. If you don't believe me, set out a suggestion box and see how many people your customer will tell you should be fired. Talk to your employees right, with respect. Don't be sarcastic with them. Don't be nasty with them. Don't bring in your personal problems to your job, to your business, and your employees got to have it. If you mad with your husband, why do all your staff got to get it? You mad at your wife, why your whole staff got to get it? That's what I equate that to, happy wife, happy life. I have to equate that to customers are always right. Bullshit. Treat your employees with dignity and respect, and they will be happy to serve your customers because you made them feel good. Maya Angelou said people may not remember your name, they might not remember what you say, but they will always remember how you make them feel. Is everybody perfect in that area? Hell no. No, I'm not. I've hurt many of feelings that I know and didn't know I hurt. But you know what? People have come to me and told me, and I said, hey, I'm apologizing for that. I didn't know that that made you feel this way. But if somebody come and attack me because of something I didn't know I offended them with, if they attack me, I ain't apologizing for shit. Because you come at me with ill intentions when I never had no ill intentions towards you. So of course, you're gonna get an energy that the same energy you bring me, I'm bringing it back. Maybe that's why I got into it coming up, you know, with several guys in the neighborhood. I never ran from nobody. I ain't backed down from anybody. But I always listened to people. I always wanted to hear what bothered them. I wanted to hear their perspective on stuff. And I'm always like that today. But these women came at me today. They weren't, and yesterday, they weren't coming at me like that. They were attacking. So I attacked back. And I was hoping they'd get their man. So I can give him the same energy, because I feel better giving it to him than I will giving it to them. Folks, maybe I'm just too old school. Maybe I'm just too old school. But my dad, I'm my father's son. I am my father's son. Unapologetically. Staying proud about it. Fellas, be a damn man. Because you're emasculating yourself. Yes, there's an agenda out there to emasculate us. Of course it is. But I can't address them until I address you first. And we can't be in denial. Yeah, that's what they do now. Disagreement equals attack. Right. If anybody disagree, let's dialogue, let's talk, let's hash it out. Let's come to a neutral ground. Mutual ground, let's come to an understanding. And then shake hands at the end of it. Hug it out at the end of it. But today, they want to go on a straight attack. And guess what I do? By nature, anybody who stands up for themselves is going to do this. Anybody. Anybody who's, if anybody is soft, they're going to do this. I would never do that. I've never been the guy to do this. I'm always a this guy. I believe in taking and giving bumps and bruises. Always been this way. So, folks, guys, stand your ass up. Grow a pair. And ladies, talk to a real man the same way you talk to your white male boss. Because we're not emasculated. All of us are not emasculated. All of us are not fuck boys. All of us are not beta males. All of us are not simps. That's my fire. I know somebody's mad. I know somebody is mad at my. I'm sorry it's blurry today, but I was gonna wait and try to get this fixed before I come back to you guys. But I started getting into a zone and I just didn't want to stop. You guys know I don't even have my suit on. I still got my shirt from the gym, working out. I'm telling you, I got my suit out there laid out. I was gonna have my suit on, folks. I didn't even pick up the suit. I didn't put my suit up. I had a nice suit I had for y'all today, but you're gonna have to wait till next week because I'll put it on next week, right? I know what you meant, Miss West Smith. How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Thank you for popping in. So, folks, listen to me. I need you guys to do me 4 huge favors. The first favor is to turn them damn TVs off and start reading. Turn the TVs off and start reading. Because these people got upset with me today because they follow an agenda. They follow an agenda, and the education they receive for that agenda is only on TV. Left mainstream media, CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN. I call CNN the Crying Negro Network. The Crying Negro Network. My queen said left-wing media. That's what's been destroying us for several years. And they try to tell us that Republicans did it. They ain't did it. Honestly speaking, we never, as black folks, we never really fucked with the Republicans. They never had the opportunity to do nothing to us. The people that did the most damage to us is the people we keep voting for, the people we've always been in bed with. Dividing black families with welfare and TANF and all this crap. Giving women guaranteed money over a man who had to work hard for it and telling him he can't live there if you're going to get guaranteed money from us. So what man is going to compete with the fucking government? Pushed him right on out the house, gave her guaranteed money, but that guaranteed money was not enough to lift her out of poverty. It was designed to keep her there and designed to keep us separated. So what does that mean, folks? We've been allowing ourselves to be emasculated. We have been allowing ourselves to be emasculated. And it makes no damn sense at all. Disagree? I understand. If you're offended, be offended. So turn the damn TVs off. Go pick up a book, read, get on Amazon, read something that's going to help your development, your growth, help you grow your wealth. Read. Read. Second favor. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe. Put it up there on the screen for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Even if it wasn't for you, if this video wasn't for you, it's okay. I understand. It's not for everybody. I ain't looking for everybody. I'm only looking for those who get it. If you get it, share it. If you don't get it, if it wasn't for you, share it anyway. How many of y'all have gotten some food that you don't eat, but you gave it to someone else that you knew would eat it? Share the video. Okay? Third favor is, you see at the bottom, you see my name, you see my social media platforms there, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm even on TikTok now. I'm on TikTok. What is that? Twitter, IG. I'm on all that. Get that information down there and connect with me on those other platforms. If you're on Twitch, I'm Jay Hunter Lee on Twitch. Jay Hunter Lee on YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. But the favor I'm asking you is that you see this $, hashtag, that dollar sign cash out, dollar sign J Hunter Lee. That's my cash out for $20 or less donation. It's not required. I'm not making you pay me anything. It's just a donation. You guys, so I just had technical difficulties 2 days in a row. I don't know what I might have to replace. I might have to replace a camera, a light or something, laptop down here. I don't know. I might have to replace something, but I really don't know what that is right now. But you see this banner behind me? Back in the day, it was just a window back here at the up my other house where I was before. It was a window. Now I got my backdrop. Got my, you see, I got it, folks. Come on. I got all these are my businesses you see up here. All them logos, those are my companies. Those are my companies, people. Those are my companies. So I got my companies right here. I got things working, man. I got things working. I'm doing what I can to try to make a difference, right? So I don't need more than $20. So this backdrop altogether cost me about close to 300, about 280 or 300, 310 something with tax, about 310 something like that, right? Now, $80 of that came from y'all donation. $80 of that came from the donation. So thank you very much for that. You guys helped me get the backdrop in and everything. So the donation is only for the podcast. It's not for me. I don't need your money. I'm okay with money. I got another business brewing up right now. I'm not ready to tell y'all about it yet. But when I do tell you about it, it's going to be fire. So you guys be ready for that. So that's all that's for. $20 or less. $5 if you want to. It don't matter. $10, $15, $2. It don't matter. So try to get this back in line. So that's my third favor. Okay. My fourth favor is the biggest one of all. You know what that is? That is to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I'm J Hunter Lee. I love you, and the world needs you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. So please stop that driving, that texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. I'll see you guys on the next time.